Hello and welcome to Dateline Lagos. Welcome to the Center of Excellence. I'm Loretta Chiogo. On the program, Lagos officially opens Office of Overseas Affairs and Investment, names it Lagos Global. Lagos State enters partnership with Nigeria Employers Consultative Association NECA to create more jobs for Lagosians. And the Lagos State Public Works Corporation gets reward for its road rehabilitation program. Please let's warn that some of the visuals you're about to watch contain flash photography. Nigerian economy determiners have been advised to start shifting attention from oil and concentrate on other sectors. Professor Patutomi gave the advice at the formal opening of the Lagos State Office of Overseas Affairs and Investment, otherwise known as Lagos Global. Special advisor to the Lagos State Governor, Professor Ademola Abbas, says the agency, among other functions, is responsible for promoting investment into Lagos and exportation from Lagos. Watch this.
In the last 3 weeks, I've had the good fortune of speaking on 3 continents on the subject of the thrust of development in Nigeria. And in those lectures, I've had to make the point that increasingly I am challenged by the character of the Nigerian state and would like to encourage a model in which non-government actors, social enterprise and private enterprise, become more the bridge for development in Nigeria, because I was increasingly distrustful of the character of the Nigerian state. But on each of those occasions, I said that I had a sense for exception. And that sense of exception comes from a state in Nigeria called Lagos State.
Renowned Professor Patutomi, during the official presentation of the Lagos State Office of Overseas Affairs and Investment, otherwise called Lagos Global. Special advisor to the governor on the new agency, Professor Ademola Abbas, explains that the agency was established to enhance the ease of doing business in Lagos with 2 primary mandates:
promoting investment into and exportation from Lagos on the one hand, and managing the overseas affairs of the state on the other. While Lagos Global is responsible for attracting domestic and foreign investment into Lagos State, as well as promoting exportation from Lagos, it also is the office that is responsible for championing the overseas affairs of the state. Whether foreign dignitaries are paying courtesy calls on the governor or other officials of the state, whatever relationship Lagos State wishes to have with other states across the world, whenever Lagos State wishes to subscribe to global enterprises such as city twining, whenever Lagos State government forays outside the shores of Nigeria, to mention but a few, it is Lagos Global that bears responsibility for anchoring these activities.
To make that work, Governor Akinwumi Ambode, who was represented by the Secretary to the State Government, Mr. Tunji Bello, lists steps already taken.
We have successfully placed Lagos on the investors' radar by putting in place effective legal and regulatory frameworks, such as the land reform, public finance management, public procurement, and the ongoing judicial reform, which is aimed at strengthening the procedure for the dispensation of justice and the protection of business enterprise. Similarly, the conscious efforts of our administration at public infrastructure development and maintenance, as indicated by an efficient bus rapid transit, transporting over 200 passengers daily, functional integrated power projects, enhanced security and access roads to sea and airports, among others, have underscored our determination to make Lagos a highly functional mega city.
Professor Abbas is firm about the vision and mission statement of this agency.
Our vision is to make Lagos the most desirable investment destination in the world. Our mission is to enhance the ease of doing business in Lagos State. Lagos is home to 22 million people. It is currently Africa's 5th largest economy and the 3rd fastest growing city in the world. And with a GDP of $136 billion equaling that of 42 small countries in Africa, and a state that constitutes a 5th of Nigeria's total economy cannot afford to do business as if it is a state in the 12th century.
Agreeing with a professor colleague, the political economy professor Otomi emphasizes that Lagos is critical to the economy of the sub-region and expresses his happiness with its Afro-optimism tendencies.
Lagos is critical to the future of this entire sub-region. And it's appropriate to see how things have changed for Lagos and why that role is a growing one. Back in the 1960s, we used to read in our geography books that Ibadan was the largest city in West Africa. Lagos was just one small coastal town that was the capital of Nigeria. But we have seen the transformation in which Lagos has become the dominant economic hub of the sub-region.
Professor Otomi asked for a paradigm shift from an oil-dependent economy. He is optimistic that Lagos can create development possibilities to drive the new growth for Africa, but with a caveat on branding.
There must be a well-done plan to round up everything Lagos represents, its possibilities, in a branding process. Branding Lagos is critical for the goal of Lagos Global.
Governor Ambode reveals some of the secret behind its economy fortune.
Lagos as a strategic gateway to international communities has a competitive edge informed by its access to local and regional and international markets. Readily available labor, bustling middle class with high purchasing power and investor-friendly disposition among the citizenry. All these factors have ensured that our state remains the desired business haven.
Professor Otomi also has some of the secret.
Lagos is appropriate, is good and ready because it has been fortunate in the kinds of leadership that it has had over a number of years to be the port entry point into a rapidly growing African economic system. The move from Afro-pessimism to seeing Africa as a source of new growth is perhaps best captured in Lagos.
All these have brought to Lagos huge investment that will span years.
The $1.6 billion Lekki Deep Seaport, which on completion in 2019 will be the deepest seaport in sub-Saharan Africa. Badagry Creek Industrial Park, a $1.3 billion investment meant for completion in 2018, and the $14 billion Dangote Refinery and Petrochemical Park at the Lagos Atlantic City Project and the Lekki Free Trade Zone, which together are foremost destination for investors in Africa.
Obtaining the megacity status in 1995, Professor Abbas wants a Lagos that does business in 21st century manner.
The attainment of a megacity status by Lagos, alongside a few other cities in the world a few years ago, a status denominated by the fact that the state's population exceeded 17 million mark at that point in time, carries with it certain burdens and expectations. A megacity must deliver business in a 21st century compliant manner. It must operate seamlessly and without the bureaucratic bottlenecks of yesteryears and the expanded century.
Professor Otomi agrees that for Lagos economy to thrive, it must run a 24/7 economy, which is anchored on light and security.
Lagos economy must be a 24/7 economy. For a very long time, we have had a 12-hour economy. I mean, at night, most of Nigeria shuts down, including Lagos for a very long time. It's beginning to open up. And the reasons were very simple. Light, security.
But much more, Professor Otomi is advocating an advanced megacity status that will go in company of nearby states.
The concept of Lagos megacity as one urban hub in which everything is happening, it's nice, it's wonderful. But I've always argued that the greater bang for the buck will come from a view of Lagos as the center of a Lagos-Ibadan megalopolis. Essentially, a hub that you will have satellite towns that might be located in states that are not Lagos, Ogun State, even in Oyo State, and with rapid transit. People will function with Lagos as its center.
And what might the future of Lagos look like?
Its future, in my view, belongs to a future that you can compare with the super city states, the Singapores, the Hong Kongs, the Dubais.
Lagos is ready to do more to woo investment and investors.
The fact that Lagos is more than ever before open for greater business. In anticipation of the increased economic activities, we have resolved to prioritize the achievement of the 4 pillars of the Lagos State Development Plan 2012 to 2025. That is economic development, infrastructural development, social development, and security.
Here is a piece of advice for the new agency.
One of the things Lagos Global must do everything to ensure is that the signaling is not only right about property rights, but that everybody's experience is that their property rights are protected in the new Lagos.
On that note comes the official unveiling of the new agency charged to hit the ground running.
We want you to fly into Lagos, start your business, find your way, live and work and enjoy in Lagos. I hereby unveil the Office of Overseas Affairs and Investment for the benefit of Lagosians and convenience of investors.
That done with, expectations are high, mostly among Lagosians, that the juice from this agency will start to trickle down to satisfy the already whet appetite, especially in job and wealth creation.